Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm sitting with Siposetu here, but I want to do this story time, okay? So you guys, listen, I'm doing the story time, you guys, because one thing I learned recently is that there's a reason why in most places, like Emma Bank, Emma restaurants, most business places, abantu abamnyama, we get minimum when it comes to customer service. And the reason for that is because we accept a lot of the things that we shouldn't accept. A lot of the times, we are too polite. We don't want to be rude, even though we can see that mara le plate leli ngiseve ngalo lingathi linokungcola, asifundiswa ngocomplainer, and it's almost like ucomplainer to us black people is like you being rude when you say no, I won't accept that. It's not supposed to be like that, And recently, you guys, I did, I complained and I got what I was complaining about. I got what I wanted, and I realized that I could have walked away without getting what I deserved, had I chosen to be polite. Okay, had I chosen to remain polite, which is what we are all, most of us are taught. Okay. So recently, you guys, those who are income taxpayers, you guys already know SARS like a month or two ago was paying AMA refunds, okay? I'm one of those people that did get a refund from SARS. I get it every year, especially because I do have a child with medical conditions. And so I always give something. It just depends how much it is that year. So this year I also got it. And you know how effective SARS is? The minute that whoever is doing your tax return is done, you get a message, you get an email, you get that report that says this is how much you're going to get. It's going to be in your account in 3 days, and then it's going to take another 3 days to clear. And you get an SMS at the same time, and exactly when they say the money is going to come, it comes, and exactly when it clears, when they say it's going to clear after 3 days, it clears with the bank. That's how effective SARS is. It's like it's not a government department. That's a department, yes, a Zulwini or something, okay? So that's exactly what happened, okay? So this happens while a lot of people got their refunds in July. I got mine like in August. And this happens like the clearing of the amount. Okay, the amount got into my bank 4 days before my payday, and then after 3 days it clears, which was a day before my payday, just my normal payday. Okay, so when it comes, I'm like, okay, fine. For a change, my salary is going to enjoy being a salary. My salary is going to get into my bank account and not be, my salary doesn't even get to sit down in my bank account. When it comes in, they're like, yeah, you got that, you got that, you got that, you got that, and it's done. That's what happens. So I was like, this month is so different. My salary is going to enjoy sitting, because I was like, okay, let me pay stuff early and all of that. And I do that. So when it clears the day before my payday, I pay a few things. But then when I try to use my card later on that day, which is the day before my payday, my card doesn't work. And I'm like, what's happening? It gives a message at the ATM that it's been reported missing the card. I'm like, reported by who? It's here with me. I rush to the bank. I get there. They give me a story that I don't understand. And I'm like, I don't understand the story, because they say, no, just try and use the card. There's nothing on our side. I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. So then they go to the bank. When they go to the bank, as if they're going to do something, but they don't do anything. I'm sure they go to the bank to just drink some tea there, and then they come back. They say, "No, we checked your account. You recently received money from SARS, and before you get access to that money, it has to take 3 days for them to clear it out." And I'm like, yeah, I know that it's been 3 days. This was a third day. That's why it cleared. And they're like, no. But after that, the first 3 days, now the bank starts to do their investigation. I'm like, in Lena, because I've been receiving refunds from ISARS for years, with the same bank I've been banking with. If you check last year, I received it. There was never this story. They're like, we don't know, but there's a code that has been put on your account. Remember, at this time, you guys, my internet banking was working, so I could do the transfers and stuff. So I could move the money to another account and be able to use it. In my mind, I'm thinking that, I'm thinking the only thing is the card. So I keep saying to them, but the card is what has the problem. They're like, no, it's not just the card, it's your account. Okay. So because I hadn't seen what's happening with my internet banking. So I'm like, so how long is it gonna take? They're like, yeah, maybe tomorrow it will be fine. But I can see, you can see a person when a person is talking about something they know, which we are just like or they're just trying to get rid of you. So I'm like, oh, okay, because I can see. I don't know if that girl was like an intern there, because anything that she was saying, I was not even like feeling. We must walk out of the bank feeling confident because yeah, these are the people who have my money. So I walk out. Later on that day, I realized, yes, this thing is going to be a problem because then when I try to access my internet banking, that I can't access it, and I can access the account, but I can see that there's a code there that says legal process or something. I'm like, yo, so I can't do anything now with the internet banking, which means even if I wanted to move the money to the other account so that I could use it, I can't. Now I'm worried about myself. I'm like, I don't care, but it Melissa really, I wasn't really, it was extra, but salary, huh? So fine. I like, since I was not happy with the answer I got at the branch, I called the call center. I called the call center, the bank's call center. I explained what happened. I went to the branch. I'm not understanding what they're telling me, but here's my issue here. If you guys are saying that Imali SARS has not cleared yet, even though I don't understand why I was able to use it earlier on, now suddenly it's blocked, fine. But what I'm saying is that I am about to get paid my salary, okay? And I want to be able to access it. So if you have this block on my account, how is it gonna work? The lady says, listen, it's not supposed to block your salary, but if it does tomorrow, go to the branch and go to the tellers. They should be able to help you to access the money. If they don't know how to help you, call us. Okay, tell them to call us. Because when she said that, I was like, hey, the lady says, Guti, listen, you go to the branch, they know what to do to help you with that so that you can access your money. I'm like, sis, do you know your branches? And then she laughs a little. She's like, what do you mean? It's me that, do you know the people that you guys have hired in the branches? She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, those people don't know what they're doing. Sometimes they don't. It's like, which branch did you go to? I tell her which branch, and then she's like, no, go to another one. She says another one. I think there's 2 branches of Ithala Bank in Pittsburgh. Go to this one. Anyway, that one that she was saying, now I know it's better. This one was the first time I went there. It was just that when I requested, it took me straight there. Because if it's a matter of back, being that with them, I would just say Ithala Bank and I would choose this one, and then it took me there. And then she's like, no, there's another one. And then I remembered that I had been to that one. And I staffing at it's staffing at Sears with the center. So fine, you guys. I wait, In the evening, my salary comes because our salary, even though we got paid on the 20th, sometimes it comes on the 19th late in Tabam, and then it comes, and then I'm like, let me check my internet banking. The block is still there. In the morning, I try and use the card. The card is there because I just want to confirm. Then lunchtime, maybe around 11, 12, I go to the branch. That branch that she had said I must go to. I go to the branch. And I had specifically asked you guys. I asked the lady that I was talking to. I was like, where should I go in the branch? The consultants or the tellers? Because I don't have time. It will be lunchtime at work. So I need to know exactly who's going to help. Go to the tellers because they're supposed to be helping you withdraw the money. So then I go to the tellers, I explain to him exactly what happened. And for some time, the teller doesn't even understand what I'm saying. I'm like, the guy, the guy that is being assisted next to is like, yo, sis, if I understand. I understand exactly what you're saying, but I don't understand why he's not understanding. Oh, by the way, you guys, before I get to the person that is helping me at the teller, I'm in the queue. Maybe I'm like the third or the fourth person. There, there's 3 cubicles in the tellers, but the only one is working. There's 3 cubicles, there's 3 people, but only 1 cubicle is working. The 3 people are here in the 1 cubicle, I don't know, talking with this one, and there's another person waiting in the cubicle to be assisted. For a while, we stand there. Then after a while, because I'm agitated by the fact that I'm here at the bank when my money is blocked when it shouldn't, because they've now blocked my salary for no reason. So I just ended up screaming, you guys. I'm like, yo, hayi phela nathi siyasebenza. Yabona njengoba nisemsebenzini lapho. Ngisho amathela guys. Yithi yabona njengoba nisemsebenzini lapho. You guys are at work there. Even us, we from work. So that's we are rushing to work. So you guys can't be standing there. The three of you are standing in one cubicle. What are you doing? We need assistance here. Hey, they look at me. I wonder. They go back to their cubicles. Hey, abantu laba kulayini bathi hey wasisiza. Hey, yazi abantu abanye bayasabcomplain. Engabe nabo they scream the same thing when I say hey, engabe nabo bayasho hey ngempela sikhathele bathule. And then afterwards they're like yo wasisiza. Yo, unini simile. So fine, you guys. Fine, yeah. And then these people that were in front of me every time they go to the people that can help when they walk out they're like yo sis wasisiza kunini simile. And then I'm like yabona manje I'm fighting back ngazeli ngazo manje la. So when I get there, you guys, I explain to the guy, he doesn't seem to understand, and I'm like, listen, take this card and I just check my account. There is a block there. He checks it like, oh, okay, I see you receive money from size, so there's a block there. It says legal process or something. So I'm like, now, can you see that I received a salary today? He's like, yeah, and now I need to access that salary. Okay. And now he starts explaining the very same thing that I explained the day for both. You know, when you receive money from SARS, sometimes they need to do investigation. I'm like, I don't understand it, but fine. For SARS, for the money that came from SARS, I need to access my salary. Keep the SARS amount until whatever, but you are going to release it because I know it's mine, rightfully so. It's not fraud. I can give you the documents right now that show that well, I should have got that money from SARS. But yeah, I don't care. I just want my salary. It's payday. I was like counting things. I was like, listen, I need to buy grocery for my kids. I need to buy grocery for my mother. My daughter, and that day my daughter was going to be admitted in the hospital because she had fallen in the bathroom and she needed to go do some checks. So the doctor had decided, they're going to admit her for a day or two to do the test to just see that everything was fine. So that day I was going to leave work to go to the hospital. And in the hospital, guys, even though you have medical aid, a lot of the times, like, there will be something that you need to pay for cash. So it's like the reason I arranged for it to happen that day was like, you know what, we need to be able to have access to money so that, so I'm like, no, I can't. I need my money. I must have access to my money today. Okay. Okay, fine, guys. Hey, guys. This guy just checks and whatever, and then he's like, hey, sis, you know what? Your account, basically what this thing means is that your account is being investigated, and so they will only release it once the investigations are done. I'm like, lalela, baba. I need to access my salary. I hear the SARS thing. I want to access my salary. Like, unfortunately, we cannot separate it. It's one account. So, we'll have to wait until when. It's like, I don't know. It could be 48 hours. It's about 48 hours. Friday. You mean Monday? And I need count Saturday. In the banks, they don't count Saturday. She's like, yeah, but even then, sometimes it can take up to 2 weeks. I'm like, hey, you must not know. You must not know what you are dealing with right now. So he takes the card, the ID, he puts it, when they put it under the thing, he push it to me. So I push it back and I say, listen, you must not understand me. I came here to ask you to help me have access to my salary. Do you see there my statement? He's like, yeah. Do you see that it's written salary? Yeah. What salary means? Salary means umholo wami ngiwusebenzele whole month. Under no condition should it be withheld for no reason. Okay. I need to have. I'm not walking out of here without the salary. It's like, okay, sis, no, manager, but can you just move to the side so I can help other people? I'm like, no, I am the person to help. I am the other people to help. So you're not gonna help someone else. It's like, no, but can you go to the consultant? I'm like, no. I called the call center yesterday. I specifically asked who's going to help me. They said the people in the tellers will help me. Okay. And I was like, but what did they say in the call center? They said you must call them. Now I'm irritated that I have to tell him that if he can't help me, he must call the call center. Call the call center. Don't they just distribute that information? Listen, if the customer comes here, you can't help them, call the call center. They will be able to help you to figure out how to help the client. I'm like, they said you must call them, but I'm not moving from here. So he goes to the other side and as normal he drinks tea or whatever, was gossipella or whatever he does, and then he comes back. He says that they're saying that the person that puts this quote on your account is in the meeting and until late, so we have to wait until he comes out of the meeting. I'm like, hey. Do you understand that I'm here, I'm from work, I took lunch to come here from work. It's like, yeah, maybe you can come back later or you can come back tomorrow. I'm like, no, I need my money right now. You don't understand. I need my money right now. When I was like, but I don't know how to help. I was like, listen, don't you have a party or something, someone that can sort this thing out? And then they call the other lady who, I don't know if supervisor or manager, bank manager, whatever. She comes and I tell her the story. And then she's like, I must go to the consultant side. I'm like, am I going to go to the cubicle? Because if I'm going to go to the cubicle, I'm not going to the other side. That no, you'll just come straight to the other cubicle. That's where I'll help you. Comes now. She tries to tell me the same story. No, Manje, when you get money from SARS, there's a new rule that the money is not released. I'm like, I don't care about the SARS money. I want my SARS. When is your payday, ma'am? Do you understand that when it's the day that you get paid, you want your money? So you want me to sit here and accept that I'm not going to be able to access my salary today, and you are not even able to tell me when that is going to be. You want me to accept that? No, I cannot accept that. Call the call center, call the person. They say the person is in the mail. Call that person. If you can't get hold of that person, get hold of their manager, because I know they must have access to the account if which they can't remove it. It's like, but you know, this code, when it's there in the account, nobody can. I'm like, ma'am, don't start with me. I work in finance. I know about codes. Usually, guys, when they say there's a code in your account, it's not like something that is put there by the FBI, by the Scorpion, by President. No, a code. If I were to, there's a person that puts the code there to indicate it's okay. This is what we're doing with the account. The very same way that the person puts the code, they can just remove it. They don't need a special letter from President Ramaphosa to remove it, you know. So now they're acting like the court, what the person that puts. I'm like, yay, yay. That person in the meeting, does he not have a cell phone? That person, they're like, he does, but he's not picking up. I'm like, I don't care. I can find someone else to remove this code. But what I'm saying is that at this time, guys, I am screaming my lungs out. I'm sure even people outside of the bank could hear me. The security say, Logi Hambala, you know, it was my tears something and guys, if I have to, at some point I was like, guys, if I have to burn this bank down, it's happening today because I want my money. I was like, listen, this is not, I'm not asking you for a loan. Am I asking you for a loan? The lady's like, no, am I asking you to borrow money? No, it's my salary, it's my money. I must not even be here fighting for it because I've already worked for it. That's the reason my employer paid it to me. I want access to my money. It's like, no, but you know, maybe tomorrow. I'm like, I'm not walking out of here. As by this time, that was like a child two or something. I'm like, I'm not walking out of here. Now I'm calling the call center. I'm like, you guys, yesterday I called. You said I must go to the branch. The branch is not able to help. I need access to my money. The guy is like, no, they've just called us and explained, like, the call center, they know my case. How many people work in this call center? Eh? He's like, no, they called us in, but we're waiting for SARS to send something. I'm like, do you understand that it's Friday today? And do you understand that it's 2 o'clock? SARS in Campe, we have a lango 3. Maybe I'm sending then what? Because whether they send you that letter or not, Mina, access to my account today, I will have it. And I'm not walking out of here without access to that. I'm like, no, we're trying to help you. Just hold on, I'll call you back in 5 minutes. Like, angazobengidlulisa 3 minutes, I call the call center. Now at the call center sebeyangazi sengiyafona but oh yilo sisi lo olindile bank usibanibani usafona laphana usabhizi ngesazi, they're trying to assist. I'm like, you don't understand, I'm supposed to be at work. Now I've even sent a message now at work to say, listen, I'm this whole day a bank in because I'm thinking it's Friday, you guys. What they cannot do on Friday for you at the bank, they definitely cannot do for you on a Saturday. Okay? Because on Saturday they're waiting for 11:30 for them to close the bank. I'm like, listen, I am not. I'm telling them at the course, you guys are having a problem because I'm not walking out of here without access to my money. Find the person that can remove that code from my account right now. I want it removed right now. I want access to my money right now. Like every 3 minutes now, I'm calling the call center. Nalusis is coming back to say, I don't know this person. They call whoever, and then the person is saying we must wait 5 minutes. I'm like, I don't even have 5 minutes anymore because I was supposed to be here only for lunch, guys. After some time, yabo manje ngithulekela ibhanki kubuka mina ngikasami ngasho ukuthi hey, I hope nobody is taking footage. Now I'm going to be there by Twitter. Abantu bethi bukani usisi ehlanya ebhenki. Sorry, Sipho. Ngiyakuthusa baba. So after a while, Losislo, who is, I guess, the bank manager, comes with my bank and my card and he says, no, they just called us now. They say, no, they've removed the code. You can access your money now. I'm like, no, thank you. I'm like, I can withdraw right now. She says, yes, you can withdraw. But I forget to ask her, can I? Because now at this point, I can't even transfer money from my account. It's like everything is blocked. So then okay. And then she says to me, please try and use only your salary and not use SARS. Don't use their SARS refund. I'm like, yo. In my mind, I'm like, ngabe yakho le mali lena. After all this trouble, ngabe yakho le mali lena. Ngabe yabona that day I walked out of Ithala Bank thinking this is it, I'm done with Ithala Bank. And guys, I love Ithala Bank, okay? Usually they have good service, but this time I was like, they are testing me, okay? So I walk out, there's an ATM, right? Because I thought it was right before they closed. So I was like, if the money is not coming out, me is coming back. You guys are not closing this bank, okay? I'm holding everybody hostage. I was like, you know that movie, what's that movie? Where the guy, the guy has a son who is sick and he needs an organ transfer and they won't do it for him because he doesn't have money, and then he just ends up holding the hospital and the doctor's hostage, and he's like, is it a heart? I need a heart for my son. Whether I have money or not, make a plan, otherwise everybody here. I was like that. I was like, listen, I was gonna go try and withdraw money. If it doesn't, I was gonna come back and be like, listen, nobody walks out of here. The problem is with the bank is that they walk out the other way. I was gonna be left with the security guard the other side. I'll be like, nobody until I get my money. So I go and withdraw. And then I go, guys. Listen, this is what I learned, honestly, you guys. At the end of the day, I was so exhausted because I had been screaming so much. It took so much energy for me to fight for something that was rightfully mine. And it was unfair even for them to hold my son's money. But I was like, I'm willing to say, okay, wait, because I don't understand the process, but it's okay, I would let you do your job. But my salary had nothing to do with it, you know. But they were expecting me to accept that. They were expecting me to walk out of the bank accepting that I can't access my salary on payday, you guys. Who doesn't have things to do on payday? I was supposed to accept that and just walk out and be okay with it. Hell no. Hell no. But I learned, you guys, this is why they tatazela a lot of the times. And a lot of places you wouldn't understand why when a white person complains even a little bit, they tatazela. Because that's how sometimes white people are like. Like if they think they deserve something, they would fight for it. They'll be like, no, this is what I deserve. You are going to do this until. So they know for other people, they know that it's going to get to that, so they try and avoid that. But for us black people, because we try and be polite all the time, they are going to try to get away with, no, just wait 48 hours, no, just wait 2 weeks. And I was like, it wasn't happening that day, okay? It wasn't happening that day. But it's very exhausting that you have to fight that hard for something. Because I was like, I was even saying to them, guys, just think about it. It's you. You know, it's you. You are getting paid today. But somebody's telling you that you can't access your salary today. Are you going to be understanding? They're like, no, we wouldn't. But you know, this. I'm like, no. You know, I was like, no, call the person. I was like, give me the cell phone number of the person that put the code. I'll phone them to come and remove this code. And they did. Right? Later on, I'm trying to get into my internet banking. I didn't realize that when she said you can access your money, she just means with the card, because the problem was the card initially. But when I get to the internet banking, it's still blocked. So I look for the document from SARS to send to them. I email it to them. Because even when I'm at the bank, you guys, I'm like, guys, what do you need? If you're saying you're doing investigations on my account, what do you need? You need SARS documents. I can send them to you. But even then, they don't know what they're looking for. They're investigating, but they don't know what they're looking for. So I send that document from SARS to their customer service, and I say, here it is. If you need anything else. But I was not very kind in the email. I was like, listen, let me do your job for you. Here is the document that you haven't even requested, that you should be requesting Please release my account right now. And I got an acknowledgement email to say no, we got it. We sent it to the relevant department. A few hours later, my account was opened. Why did I have to fight so much for something that I shouldn't have to fight for? But yes, you guys, I think it's something that we have to learn sometimes, that we don't accept things that we shouldn't accept. It's exhausting to fight, but it was worth it, because otherwise I would have had to spend the whole weekend without access to my salary. And I'm like, hell no. Mm-mm. Anyway, guys, that's the story for today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.